We're back now, 8:40, with the always unpredictable Chelsea Handler. No pressure. She spent the better part of last year filming Chelsea Does, a documentary series for Netflix. Covers 4 thought-provoking topics, including marriage. Take a look.
Do you think, as a 40-year-old, I mean, I can get up and show you my body and stuff. Do you think that I'm too old to get married?
No.
Okay. And you think that I have a decent figure?
Yes.
Thank you. I know.
Hey, Chelsea, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Matt?
I'm good. It's been a while. Something I said?
No, nothing. You would say whatever really offend me.
Because I would apologize and just say welcome back.
Thank you.
I like this concept. I really do. I was reading about it last night. 4 very different topics. Did you know a lot about each one of these topics before you started?
Well, I thought I knew a little bit about certain topics. Like, you think you know about racism, but then you delve into it and you kind of realize how little you do know, and then how embarrassed you are about how little you know.
Right.
And how embarrassing people in this country are when you talk to them. Because people, I think, associate, like, racism with really, like, dumb, you know, people from the South who aren't educated or
ignorant
whatever.
racism.
Right. But I met with a lot of really, like, educated, intellectual racists, which I find amazing. So I wanted to illustrate that.
The other topics, by the way, you got drugs, you have Silicon Valley, and you have marriage, as we just saw. For the marriage, you went on blind dates. What was that like?
It was awful. I mean, it was like Chardonnay in the afternoon. It was terrible.
Had you ever been on blind dates before this documentary?
I've been on like a couple of blind dates, never that sober. And I mean, maybe once or twice in your 20s. And once you're in your 30s, you're just like, I'm not ever going to do that again. So what I did was I hired real documentarians that were going to make me do stuff that was outside of my comfort zone. You know, I had to meet up with my first, like, serious boyfriend.
Didn't you interview your ex-boyfriend? Did that get uncomfortable?
Yes, it was. Everything about it was awful. And they said I was going to have to meet up with one of my ex-boyfriends, and I said none of them are speaking to me. So, like, that's going to be really hard to find.
Why did he agree with that?
Enough time had passed.
Yeah, he was ready?
He was like, it had been 20 years.
Did he want to get back together?
I think he wanted to do something, but no. By that's the point, you know, when you have those moments, like I broke up with him, I'm like, I'm going to wait till he cheated on me or did something, and I said, wait till he sees me, you know, in 10 years, I'm going to be rich and famous, and then you get that moment, and you're just like, I don't want to have sex with you anymore anyway.
You went to Peru to do hallucinogenic drugs. Was that part of the show, or was that just a weekend?
That's an interesting question, and the great thing about Netflix is that they will fund my personal life and put it on camera. So,
well, tell me about that trip.
I said I want to do one on drugs. So my documentary on drugs, obviously, is because I have a very close relationship with drugs, and I've experienced so many. And I thought, why not put myself on camera looking, you know, bad or not flattering? Because nobody in this business really likes to do that, and I think I have no problem with it. So I did a lot of drugs on camera that were supervised, like mixing sleeping pills with alcohol, just to illustrate to people what you look like when you're doing that.
Scary?
Not scary, but it's not pretty. It's not attractive. And then we went to, and I said to Netflix, I'm like, hey, I also want to go to Peru and do ayahuasca. And they were like, go. And I'm like, this is the best place I've ever worked in my life.
Ayahuasca being?
Is the drug. Yeah.
You're doing another talk show.
I am.
For Netflix. It can be like Chelsea Lately?
No,
or no,
it's not going to be anything like Chelsea Lately.
That's great.
I'm using these documentaries as kind of a bridge to show people, like, tonally where I'm going. It's not too, like, I don't want people to think I'm trying to become Barbara Walters, because I wouldn't want to become her. No one can.
I'm going to leave it at that, all right?
Yes,
better to just let that go. All right. Chelsea, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Congratulations. Don't make it so long next time.
Okay.
Promise? No. Chelsea Does will be available on Netflix starting this Saturday.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.